The fork hit the floor, a sharp metallic sound. And then, silence. My son froze. His small hand trembled mid-air, eyes wide and wet. The imprint of my father-in-law's fingers glowed red against his wrist. "No manners," the old man barked, his voice soaked in pride. "Just like your father." The table erupted in laughter, a chorus of casual cruelty disguised as family tradition. I watched my boy look around, searching for safety, finding none. My wife looked away. Her mother hid behind a nervous sip of water. The others, busy pretending nothing had happened. I felt something shift inside me, a calmness that wasn't peace, a stillness that wasn't forgiveness. I stood, slowly. The chair legs dragged against the marble floor, long, deliberate, unforgiving. "If respect," I said, voice low, "means watching you hit my child, then I've misunderstood what this family calls love." He smirked, but I saw it, the flicker of doubt in his eyes, the realization that I wasn't playing the role he'd written for me. I pushed my plate away. The sound echoed louder than his voice ever could. That was the moment I stopped being their son-in-law and started becoming something else entirely. The laughter that night followed me home. It wasn't the sound itself, it was what lived beneath it. Mockery, dismissal, the idea that my silence was obedience. They'd always seen me as the outsider, the man who married their daughter but never belonged. Too quiet, too restrained, too unwilling to kneel. But what they mistook for weakness was patience. I watched my wife tuck our son into bed. She didn't meet my eyes. Her lips moved mechanically, whispering a bedtime prayer like it could erase the day. When she turned to leave, I asked, "Did you know he was going to do that?" She froze, and in her silence, I had my answer. "It's his way," she whispered finally. "He means well, he just expects discipline." "Discipline?" I said. "That's what you call striking a child at dinner?" She looked down. "It's how I was raised." And there it was, the root of it all. The infection passed down from one generation to the next, disguised as tradition. She went to bed. I stayed awake, replaying the moment over and over until it became something else, a plan. Over the next few days, I watched, quietly. My father-in-law liked to talk, especially when drunk. He bragged about how he kept his family in line, how discipline built character. People laughed. No one challenged him. But I started to notice patterns. His fear of public embarrassment, his obsession with respect, his need to control every narrative in the room. He wasn't strong. He was fragile. Every tyrant is. I didn't yell. I didn't argue. I played the role he expected, the silent husband, the obedient listener. But while he talked, I listened deeper, to his insecurities, his dependencies, his pride. He thrived on dominance, so I decided to take that away. It started small. I withdrew my presence at family dinners, declined invitations with polite excuses, stopped responding to his calls. He began to ask questions. Is he upset? Did I offend him? I knew it would come to this. People like him fear irrelevance more than death. 2 weeks later, I sent an invitation. Dinner, my home, my table. He arrived with that smug authority still plastered on his face, until he saw the empty seats. No wife, no grandchildren, just him and me. He laughed awkwardly. They couldn't make it? No, I said. They didn't want to. His smile faltered. Excuse me? I poured wine. Let the silence breathe between us. You taught her well, I said. Obedience, fear, silence. She almost passed it to our son. Almost. His jaw tightened. Watch your tone. I am watching, I said. I'm watching you realize what you've lost. He shifted uncomfortably. Lost? What are you talking about? I leaned forward, my voice cold and slow. I've moved them out. New home, new number, no contact. You won't see them again. His face went pale. You can't do that. I just did. He slammed his hand on the table. The sound was loud, but hollow. You think you're protecting them, he spat. You're destroying the family. No, I said quietly. I'm ending your version of it. That was the last time I saw him. He called for weeks, then stopped. His daughter didn't answer. His grandson forgot his voice. The silence he'd forced into everyone else finally found him. Some nights I still hear the fork hit the floor in my dreams. But now, when it does, I let it. Because that sound became my awakening. People say revenge is fire. They're wrong. It's ice, and it burns slower. Respect doesn't come from silence. It begins the moment you break it.
Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, share, and comment. Subscribe now to Cheating Stories Insight World for more amazing stories.